I showed you the hack where I used this garden hose to create a heater for my pool. It worked very well. Temperatures got up higher than they would have, and I believe that the little bit of an investment in the plumbing was well worth it. My neighbor does it in a big way. I'm just a guy who wants a pool, but check this out. It is a fucking festival over there for their children. Just love it. Little baby swimming pools and wading pool, the big pool. This fellow's got it all. But me, all I have is my little swimming pool. So, as I've been doing this work, there's been some kind of a leak. Wasn't sure where it was. Had to top up the water fairly regularly and more quickly than I knew I should be. So, went looking around. Last night I work a night shift. I get off at 9, I get home by 10. So around 10:30, I'm just out at the pool, not in it, but I'm inspecting it because I like to throw a little more chlorine in it and a couple of other things to see how it went for the day for the pool. And I noticed a little leak, this one little pinhole. I thought, well, that happens. I'll go on good old trusty YouTube and look at videos for fixing pools full of water that have holes in them without draining them ideally. And this morning a little hole. And of course we let the dogs out in the back during the day. And we let them out at the same time as I let them out. I came to take a look at the pool again in my little hole that was leaking. And I find out that in the same area, I don't only have one hole, I see two, but they're basically side by side. I wouldn't have seen one and not the other last night with my flashlight. In fact, I looked. I did 360 around the pool, and there were no other holes. But right now, and I'm pretty sure the camera won't pick them up, but in this area right here, there are 5 holes. Three that are spouting. One at the grass line on the left, one in the middle of the frame, kind of, and one to the right a little higher. Then above the salt, pretty much right in the center, in fact, right here, there's one. There's the 3 below here, 1, 2, 3. And then there's one at the ring level right there. How did all those holes happen, I wondered? What have I done? What could be the issue? Darn good question. What could be the issue? Let's see if we can find the issue. What's that? Let's see if we can zoom in any farther. Anybody see what that is? What if we look over here? Oh, look at that. What's that? Oh my. Well, guess what, folks? Somebody in the neighborhood has decided that they don't like my swimming pool. And the way to deal with it, has been to shoot pellets at it. Now, they pierced the side of the pool here and were caught up in the water here. So let's do a 180-degree turn. Whoop. And look what we've got. Trees and a 3-story apartment building. A certain number of windows face this way. Let's just take a look at my expansive backyard. I have a big backyard. I have a tiny pool, but I have a big backyard. Okay, we're just going to walk over this way. Okay. Now, it is like the holes in the pool are over there. The building is right there. That means the shots came through the trees from that building right there. The police are on the way, do a little investigation, and hopefully wrap on a few doors. I've left the pellets in the water so they can see them themselves, but there's a count of 5 of them. And as you can see, the pool stands just the same, regardless of the pellets and the problems. So if you ever wondered about how durable one of these would be, know that the asshole neighbor can't take it down with just a few pellets and a boatload of stupidity. So that's a nice thing. Let's just see one other thing here while we're here. Because nothing has to stop us from reviewing the... Well, I'll show you again. I'll make this a double video. Okay, I actually moved the pool, so we reset it up again to see if we could get it flatter. We did get it a lot flatter, but not flat enough, so there you go. Now once again, we've got the one output going to the little pump, getting pushed through the garden hose out into the yard. And we have the other outlet going to the main pump, being filtered, returning back to the pool. This is not the recommended setup for this. This is a safety issue that I'm circumventing. If you have children, you shouldn't do this. Come up with a different plan. These are supposed to go together to make your exit here safer for children. So know that. Don't do this. I'm not telling you to do this. This is just what I did. Okay. So this pump, the little pump, pumps, and this is the pump that comes with this pool. I had this big pump from a previous pool. So this is pumping water out of the pool, down the garden hose, and on a sunny day, which it is not. It's warm today. It's 20 degrees maybe, but in the hose, it's running. So it's got a very good little push through the hose, not a maximum push, which probably gives the hose a chance to warm up. But it works really well. It brings the temperature of the whole thing up. So anyways, you can't kill a good pool, I guess. If they'd gone for the top ring, it might have been better. They could have maybe taken it out. But piercing holes through the sides doesn't cause a catastrophic failure. It causes a bunch of little holes, and the police to come and knock on your door and ask you what kind of a retard you are. And if you're offended by that word, I apologize. But if you're shooting guns in the neighborhood, I'm not sure what word to use. And a pellet gun's a gun. We already were wondering if some of our animals weren't shot at a different time. They yelped strongly for no reason at all. The neighbors and us both wondered. We came to a consensus that it might actually be that, but without any proof, how the hell do you make any accusation? But in this case, the pellets are in the water. The angle of attack is obvious. The stupidity is resonant in the building over there. And later today, we fully expect the police to come by and have a little chat with them and see where this will go. But I figured I would YouTube it because I brought you a little bit about the saga of the pool. And I wanted to do an update on the heater, which again, works very well. The more hose you got, the better. The more yard you got. This is not laid out in obviously any kind of a pattern. But if I had to maximize the hose for the space I had, you could run it back and forth and back and forth. Hoses reasonably easy to get. Craigslist, probably get you some hose, cheap. Person moving away, got to sell off everything that they've got, including hose from their house. Don't buy new stuff if you can avoid it, and buy black stuff if you can, because it'll work better. New washers so it doesn't leak are cheaper than borscht, so just buy some new washers. And okay, I think that pretty much covers it. It's 9 minutes in, so don't want to go any longer than 10 minutes. Give you the update on the pool. A victim of a shooting in Abbotsford, British Columbia. Latest victim, my pool.